What's up guys, it's Ernest. Narrowing it down from 83 titles, we present you the top 25 PS4 strategy games of all time, arranged by PlayScore. The PlayScore is an average of gamer and critic ratings. And starting off this list at number 25 is Mount & Blade Warband. This standalone expansion pack from the epic medieval war zone thrusts you into the battlefield with a clashing of swords and galloping of horses. Manage your legion of brazen soldiers because it's a sandbox enthusiast playground. This expansion adds a variety of new stuff, including the Saranid Sultanate faction and the ability to create your own. Imagine the silly things you could do. It receives a play score of 8.18. Giving us a good old round trip at number 24 is Donut County. Here's another entry from Annapurna Interactive. A testament to their masterclass in art and video games, this time it takes you to a physics-powered indie adventure about a sentient hole. Play as BK, an ever-present hole who wants to swallow his friends to earn prizes. Throughout the game, the puzzles keep getting better and BK keeps growing depending on your insatiable gluttony. There's so many things to do as BK. You can combine stuff, catapult objects out of the hole, or devour everything. It has a play score of 8.20. Through the empty vacuum of space into the number 23 spot is Awesomenauts Assemble. Set in a distant future, armies are locked into a battle of galactic supremacy. Call the Awesomenauts a group of powerful mercenaries willing to fight for anything as long as it pays good. Devise strategies as you upgrade and customize each character's skills to suit your needs. Battle it out with other players in a 3v3 action MOBA platformer. If you want to play with your friends, simply activate its split-screen action. It receives a play score of 8.20. Fighting tooth and nail at number 22 is Tooth and Tail. Lead your own band of revolutionaries in this fantastic real-time strategy game filled with flame-throwing boars, gas-lobbing skunks, and puking owls. Pocket Watch's Little War for Meat takes you to scrumptious base-building army-leading shenanigans. Just pick it up and play with your friends because it's quick and easy to learn. One match usually lasts about 10 to 12 minutes and the replay value is exceedingly high due to its procedurally generated levels and customizable factions. Pick your animal and start some beef with a play score of 8.21. Traversing through the post-apocalypse at number 21 is Wasteland 2, Director's Cut. With over 80 hours of gameplay, InXile Entertainment post-apocalyptic turn-based RPG game is loaded with heavy choices. If you want the original Fallout experience, then this game is for you. It contains pure RPG elements, intriguing story, and a great American wasteland to discover. This director's cut contains enhanced graphics, more customizable options, expanded voiceovers, and so much more. It has a play score of 8.23. It's Protection City at number 20 with Tethered. This game puts you into the hands of a spirit guardian set in a land full of creatures called peeps. Play like a god and guide these little critters to their salvation. Replenish its beautiful interconnected islands and nurture the world you are bound to protect. The game's core feature lies in its tethering system. This is your ability to control these inhabitants to harvest, build, and survive in its seamless day and night cycle. At nightfall, terrifying creatures lurk the night and it's up to you to help them by any means necessary. With the PlayStation's VR support, it offers a brilliant experience for young and old players. It has a play score of 8.23. Going with a beat at number 19 is Patapon Remastered. What's not to love about the PlayStation Portable's iconic beat-loving creatures? An amalgam of two Japanese words, pata for marching and pon for drumming. Play as a deity and use the power of music to march your caricature creatures to their victory. Combine beats strategically and defeat the evil Zigaton army in glorious HD. Now all Sony has to do is remaster the other Patapon games. It has a play score of 8.25. It's a lockdown at number 18 with Prison Architect, PlayStation 4 Edition. Create your very own maximum security prison in Double 11 strategy simulation game. Oversee the creation of this massive penitentiary from the building of the very first walls up to the mess hall. Aside from construction, you'll also be tasked with managing staff pay, raising morale, and creating the best or worst prison environment. Explore a well-crafted campaign mode to learn the ropes of effective jail building and experiencing life behind bars through its series of cutscenes. This PlayStation 4 edition lets you enjoy all of their DLCs with a Psych Ward bundle and so much more. It has a play score of 8.31. Making their big kaboom at number 17 is Worms W.M.D. When it comes to sheer destruction, Team 17's adorable warmongering invertebrates are always ready. Gamers from the days of Flash games will remember these badass worms, but this time around they get even stronger and better. Featuring new weapons, buildings, vehicles, and so much blood, it's a strategic multiplayer experience that might ruin friendships. It's a fun game to play with friends, and although it may not stand a chance against its original, it's still a good Worms game with a play score of 8.32. Howling about at number 16 is Werewolves Within, a VR fast-paced strategic party game from Ubisoft. Set in the medieval times, a werewolf is hiding and terrorizing the village. One of these 5 or 8 characters is not like the other. Find your role and be the key to vindication or conviction. You'll be assigned with a specific villager to portray in accordance to the game's rulebook. Once decided, the main goal of the game is to play your character and find out the mystery hidden behind the other villagers. Who among you are the villagers and who is the werewolf? In whatever VR you choose, you will be pitted in a constant battle of deduction and personal judgment. Can you crack the code before someone snaps? It has a play score of 8.33. Stopping aliens at number 15 is DG2, Defense Grid 2, the sequel to the definitive tower defense game from 505 Games. Defend the future from incoming danger as you test your tower placement strategies. Engage in this bold single-player campaign with compelling challenges, good story, and dynamic new worlds. How long can you last from the relentless dangers? It receives a play score of 8.37. From board to screen at number 14 is Armello. With an aim to bring the board game experience to the digital sphere, League of Geeks created their very own fabled fantasy world. More than just a board game, Armello also offers an RPG experience, letting you play as an anthropomorphic animal in a vast procedurally generated world. Choose your heroes and let the dice decide your fate. A dynamic sandbox world, backed by their moving soundtracks, and filled with all the turn-based battles you can have, it has a play score of 8.39. Found the game for you? You can get any of these bad boys using the links provided in our little description box. Also guys, if you want to see me and the rest of the What to Play gang play the latest games, you can catch us at What to Play Live, our new gameplay channel, by clicking this icon in the top right corner. It's Build 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 at number 13 with City Skylines, PlayStation 4 edition. For a game released in 2015, City Skylines is a relatively new addition to the PS4 stock. Determined to be an extraordinary city builder, Skylines takes the genre to new heights with a kind of realism that will make you feel like an engineer. But for all its many customizations, it's a surprisingly intuitive game. Bring in the residents, give them what they need, and remember to manage the traffic. The Metropolis will soon be yours with a play score of 8.41. It's Tokugawa up in here at number 12 with Shadow Tactics, Blades of the Shogun. The spirit of commandos lives on in this hardcore tactical stealth game set in the height of Japan's Edo period. Keeping with the theme, Shadow Tactics has a hard focus on stealth. Live up to the warrior code as you take your pick from their 5 playable characters, each with their individual styles and skill sets. Show your skills against dozens of opponents and navigate past over 100 expertly designed puzzles. It has a play score of 8.44. It's time to duel at number 11 with Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. Definitely not the first Yu-Gi-Oh! Game, but this strategy card game has managed to satisfy the TCG fans on the console. Relive the excitement of Konami's popular card game and partake in the liveliness of their digital battlefield. Featuring Yu-Gi-Oh! Characters from the new to the old, join in on the fun by creating your own ultimate deck to battle against AI and other players in online modes. It has a play score of 8.47. Coming from the land of the ice and snow at number 10 is the Banner Saga 2. The second chapter in Stoic Studios' award-winning RPG strategy. Return to the lives of their Viking caravan as you take the Horned Helm to lead them through treacherous terrain. Opening after the events of the last battle, your choices then will play a part in your Banner Saga 2 journey. Sprinkled with permadeath, you'll think about each move carefully or risk losing loved ones in the crossfire. It has a play score of 8.47. First, we talked about making prisons. Now at number 9, we're escaping prisons with The Escapists 2. Taking its humble beginnings as a crowd-funded effort, The Escapists comes back bigger than ever before. Not only does it improve on all the things that made the first great, The Escapists 2 also adds enough new features to make it fresh and exciting. Bring in friends for some co-op and versus fun, and together devise your plans to escape their 11 new prisons. With new items and modes to escape, it has a play score of 8.49. Finding the enemy within at number 8 is XCOM 2. The sequel to Firax's award-winning strategy game takes you to even bigger risks. 22 years after humanity's demise against a foreign threat, the XCOM forces must rise and eliminate these alien settlers. Play online or locally with your friends because this game is lauded for its tactical turn-based guerrilla combat and ridiculous RNG. Its latest expansion, however, adds more chaos to the fray. It receives a play score of 8.52. Showing us a new definition of fatal flora at number 7 is Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare 2. PopCap's sequel to its third-person strategic shooter. Meet favorite homegrown floras once again as they dig themselves deeper into the battlefield to fight Dr. Zomboss and his undead armies. Choose from a wide variety of plants from Crazy Dave's garden and use the right photosynthetic artillery to blow the pesky undead to hell. It has a 4-player co-op mode for you and your friends. Customize your plants, go into the leaderboards, and try out the various game modes that make this game a huge diversion to the classic TD game we all knew and loved. It has a play score of 8.54. It's all kinds of pirates at number 6 with SteamWorld Heist. Play first mate in an unending world of intense tactical battles as you join the greatest pirates in the galaxy in their pillaging adventures. Looking as rogue as the real-life kind, have fun with the rusty chum buckets as you shoot it out with monarchs and henchmen in turn-based battles, with real-time bullet trajectories. Like randomly generated space billiards, it has a play score of 8.59. Giving us a different kind of Hell's Kitchen at number 5 is Overcooked, stressful party cooking game simulator. The original chaotic culinary co-op game from Ghost Town is full of surprises. Work as a team, call your friends, and as fellow chefs, serve tasty dishes before the customers storm out. Find the right ingredient, cook it to perfection, and get ready to overcome hundreds of challenging levels that test your patience, friendship, and stress levels. It has a play score of 8.60. The Empire needs you at number 4 with Valkyria Chronicles 4. War mixes with anime and JRPG in this latest entry from Sega. Straight from the ashes of the PlayStation 3 and portable era, this sequel takes you once again into a continent engulfed in a grueling war. Compared to its classic predecessors, this title introduces you to whole new characters on a coming-of-age story in a time of war. Utilize a strategic and improved blitz system to take down your foes. It has a play score of 8.67. Better avoid affliction, cause number 3 is The Darkest Dungeon. Move on to the gothic world of this turn-based RPG from Red Hook Studios. Dive into the deepest dungeons with your party of heroes and conquer the hellish monstrosities that await you. It's not merely a dungeon crawling experience, it requires your party's willpower, so plan ahead as you protect them from insanity. As you reach darker lands, face against your human desires with famine and disease haunting your every step. With permanent deaths and procedural dungeons, every playthrough is a unique experience. It has a play score of 8.70. And right across the block at number 2 is Minecraft PlayStation 4 Edition, the ultimate sandbox experience. Perfect for the younglings, adults, or anyone with limitless creative potential. Survive alone or with friends in a procedurally generated world, or mess around by playing with bombs and building more portals. As usual, it contains 5 different game modes to choose from: Survival, Creative, Adventure, Hardcore, and Spectator. The game's massive success gave Microsoft the opportunity to port them on almost all gaming consoles, including the latest Nintendo Switch. It has a play score of 8.76. And the best strategy game on the PlayStation 4 is none other than Transistor, the second entry from Supergiant's master-crafted indie titles. Set in a dystopian cyberpunk society, help our protagonist as she tracks down the people responsible for stealing her voice. Backed by powerful tracks, gorgeous visuals, and a compelling story, it's not merely a strategy game, it's a true indie experience. It has a play score of 8.83. And that was our list of the PS4's top 25 strategy games of all time. If you have any thoughts about it, go on to the comment section and tell us what you think. And if you love this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to become a certified What To Player. And that's about it. See you next time.